Yes. Okay, folks. Well, better late than never. Just as you can hear me, I have to clear my nose. Folks, what a fun introduction here. Okay, so something's wrong with this output port because I can't hear myself. So anyway, great. We made it. Excellent. So there's a little bit of a problem, though, because if I can't hear myself, it's very hard to monitor how I'm going to guide the meditation because, I guess I can just go by feel. See, hear, feel. What is wrong with this port then? Is it a device issue? Okay, let me look this up real quick, guys. Sorry for the delay. There's two ports for audio output, and one of them apparently isn't working, but I think it might be a settings issue. So, and I need one to listen and one to, so you can listen. It's funny, it's not all one port. Excuse me. Okay, don't need that. Thanks for your patience. Now that you can hear me, I feel weird that I'm still doing troubleshooting, but it's a problem if this port can't, actually I can't hear myself. I guess it's not the worst problem, but it's just not ideal. It's very hard to figure out what sounds I'm making. Okay. Well, what I was saying earlier on is that you can probably detect a very subtle southern drawl. I've been in the South for a week, had a lovely vacation. Lovely to have been there, and now I'm back. So I realized that instead of doing a long introduction now, let's just jump right into the meditation because I feel like this is usually when we'll begin, is about 10 or 15 minutes in. And that way you don't have to wait any longer. We don't have to say all of our intros and gratitudes. We can say those after if we want. Let's find a nice comfortable position we can maintain for the duration of the sit. I need to look one thing up. Audio volume, the audio volume seems pretty good. It's a little lower than usual, I think. I don't want to start messing with all my settings before I get the thing plugged back in. Anyway, this is where we're at. Okay, so find that nice comfortable position that you can maintain for the duration of the sit. Give me one sec. We're almost there, folks, almost there. There we go. Okay, we're almost there. I just need to know exactly, I have to follow the chart to see exactly what we're doing today. Okay. Okay, just give me 10 seconds. Okay, we're going to do some this and not this practice, and the emphasis will be showing how not this can point back to this. And we'll go from there. Okay, give me a sec here. So many technical things when you leave for a week, come back and everything's cuckoo pots. Wow, so many pieces being crazy. Okay, great. Excellent, folks. Let's get ready to meditate. Find that nice, comfortable position, and we will begin. Thanks for your patience. There's been some more technical problems than usual. So find that nice, comfortable position. I'm going to encourage everyone to practice in stillness, and then we will begin. If you hear me clear my throat, forgive me. I'm recovering from a little bit of a cold. And we'll begin. Beginning by taking a few comfortable deep breaths. Just feeling the body rise and fall. And as we begin to physically relax the body, now that we can relax the physical body into the space around us. This might sound strange, but it's as though we're letting go of the edge of the body itself. Relaxing so much that it might feel like we begin to float, or the edges of the body might become fuzzy. Sweeping through the body to be sure we're not holding any undue tension. Starting at the top of the head. Relax the brow. Relax the muscles behind the eyes. Allowing the face to go smooth, and relaxing the back of the tongue, letting the jaw go slack. Relaxing the neck and the shoulders, the arms, and relaxing the hands. Knowing as we move through that we can physically relax more than we can even physically feel. So even if it feels like we're already calm and relaxed, letting go physically even further, as though we would toss the muscles themselves away from the bone. Letting go of any attempt to control the breath, just letting the body breathe as it will. And noticing the natural tightening and relaxing of the upper chest and upper back as the breath comes and goes. Relaxing the belly, relaxing the lower back and hips, relaxing the legs and relaxing the feet. And now engaging with relaxation throughout the entire body. Everywhere that relaxation is available. All of these sensations, feeling these together as one large pool. Not not trying to add one sensation up to the next, but all together, all these sensations, neutral sensations, relaxing sensations. And we may even find that these relaxing sensations mix in with all of our sensation, that it's less distinct. There's just a kind of field of letting go or soft, neutral sensations without a real distinct edge. And within this field of letting go, what I'd like you to do is bring a little bit of attention to the experience of the sensations of the hands. You can choose any set of sensations as the object of meditation today, but I'll be guiding in relationship to the hands. So this doesn't mean we let go of all the relaxation or we clamp the mind down onto these relatively smaller areas of sensation. It simply means that these sensations are known as well as or next to this larger field. So we're truly knowing this precise sensation in this precise moment, but we don't need to fight the environment that those sensations are within. In other words, we're finding what we call this precise sensation in this precise moment, being sure we're recognizing this as unique to this moment. And any time we find that something is distracting, something doesn't qualify as what we've described as precisely this, it's fine, it's not a problem. It's the nature of the mind to discover more. We simply label that not this. Any and all distractions are not a problem. They're simply not this. Remembering that each time we use that magic word to describe this precise sensation in this precise moment, we want to be closely in contact with those sensations so that we don't use the word in the mind if we don't mean it, if we're not being respectful of its definition experientially. So even when we use our term for distraction, we simply call it not this. Being sure that by the time we're at the end of our 2-word label, we're back in contact with this. Noticing how easy it is to find this. The slightest bit of effort brings us right back. We only need to use our distraction label if we're significantly pulled away for 2, 5, maybe 10 seconds. Then we know we're deeply disconnected, and we simply call whatever we're experiencing in that moment not this. Being sure that by the end of that process, we are back in contact with this. We don't utter that word unless it holds its true meaning. Our whole world has been broken down into 2 pieces. There's this, and the rest of the world is simply not this. And by going through this process over and over and over again, perception begins to be shaped. And we're playing this deeply simple game. There are 2 experiences, and we're simply spending time with one. How continuous can we make that contact? And noticing that even distractions point right back because they're not something. What was that thing? Allowing the mind to search for what they're not. They're not this. At first, it can feel like we're pointing the mind. But we don't need to do this over time. We recognize these sensations simply are known. So easy, of course. No need to push against distraction. It's simply a known, felt, experiential sense of this. Clear and easy. Simply this. If we find using the words themselves can get in the way, we might find that saying the labels is less powerful than simply being with what we're describing as this. Then we can simply be with that experience without a label. But it's also true that the labels can feel grounding, can direct the mind. So over time, experimenting, becoming comfortable with the labels, and at times learning when to pull back, just being with this. If there's any part of us assessing, telling us this is going wonderfully or this is going terribly, if there's any part that's understanding the process, any part of us that's planning for what happens in a few moments or in a few hours. These aren't problems, they're simply not this. So don't let the mind trick you. Thinking about this is not experiencing it. And for a moment, noticing this simple division. Our whole world is these two simple categories. And over time, we find that viewing the world in this way creates a kind of funnel, pointing us back to the object of meditation. Even distractions point back. The mind learns to perceive in a way that directs it to clearly know a set of sensations. No conflict, no need for struggle. Simply a world pointing towards this. Just staying with the practice, staying in stillness, moving only as quickly as you need to in order to stay with this. And allowing a tiny bit of light to enter the eyes, eventually allowing the eyes to rest on a single point as they fully open. Not letting the seeing experience pull us away from the known and felt experience of this. And in this way, letting this particular moment be the great teacher that shows us how we might bring this practice into every aspect of our life. Okay. Hopefully that was delightful, fun, good times for all. All right, folks, so tell me what the experience was like, what happened, and what you're like now. In the middle of that, I heard a dog barking suddenly, and I got very nervous because Willow is next door, not allowed to bark. And I was like, was that my dog? And I couldn't tell. But I think it's okay. No dog barking now. Just hoping it's a different dog than mine. Anyway, folks, what was that like? What happened? What do you like now? And we'll leave a little time for any questions or curiosities, queries, quandaries, or concerns. Okay. Okay, great. Questions, curiosities, queries, quandaries, or concerns? Hit me, folks. What was that meditation like? What happened? What do you like now? I'm going to open up the Discord. You know, people tend to not pop on here, so I have a feeling that may be the case, but I'll just do it anyway. And please, got it. Okay. Let's see. Beep up, beep up, beep up. Live stream. Copy invite. If you want to jump on, have your voice heard, and have me answer your question, feel free to jump on the Discord. Let me know right now. We don't have a warning signal so I know if people get on, but okay, great. Okay, great. Excellente. Yeah, jump in, folks. What is up? What happened? What do you like now? And if there's no reports, we can slide away into the ether for the evening. If you're not following us yet, feel free to follow right this very minute. We offer all sorts of delightful meditations and deep practices to transform our lives. Jean says the following.
It felt like I stayed with the sensations in my hands more easily than usual. Some of the physical sensations included a feeling of lightness, was kind of thinking my hands or arms might be falling asleep, but then they just ended up feeling tingly. I feel a lot more focused now than when we started. Earlier I was feeling very distracted and scattered.
Nice. All right, I realize my volume is much lower than that. That is a different thing usually. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, the point of it all is that great to hear. Thank you for that report. In this particular meditation today, I was trying to treat it, or as treating it, or as detailing this aspect that by experiencing the thing over and over again, and then experiencing all the distractions as a path back, experientially back to this, it shifts the way the mind is shaped almost. It like reshapes the mind. It feels like sculpting the shape of the mind. That's how I like to think of it. I wonder if that fits with the other pieces that I've been teaching recently about sculpting the mind, sculpting the shape of the mind. Whole part. How would whole part be sculpting the shape? Then you get, I mean, it's sculptural for sure. I could talk about it from a sculptural perspective because it's talking about like dynamics and relationships in space. See here, feel gets tricky. Anyway, I'm just pontificating on pedagogy. Any other reports? Any questions? Anything coming up in anyone's life? Everyone's life is just smooth sailing, no problems. No sweat. Okay. Folks, I'll leave you be. Go play with my dog. Great to see you here. Happy we're back in action. It's been a week. Thank you for letting me have a vacation. I appreciate that. I am going to now jump myself right off of here, and looking forward to seeing everyone very soon. We'll be back here Wednesday. Please hit me with any questions you have in the meantime, and then we will look forward to seeing everyone very soon. Okay, folks, I'll put on the music. In this particular moment, you can pick the same sensations you were observing before, but you can pick a different set of sensations. You can pick the sound or anything you want. And notice that if you can hold those sensations in a certain way, you don't have to fight against everything else. You can keep those sensations present and be detecting other things. So you'll notice the mind might be switching back and forth between this and not this, or this and this and this and this. The mind switches. We're trying to not avoid that, but that's not really what we're looking for. We're looking for being able to detect those sensations kind of among everything else, so they're there with everything else. So anyway, hopefully that's fun. Hopefully it's a good time and helps the mind shape itself in a certain way. And very glad to see folks. Very glad everyone was able to join. Hopefully we get a chance to reconnect very soon. Have a lovely day, everybody, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Okay, folks.